welcome to Dynasty Warriors 7. Today I'll be playing the Wu playthrough. And this is one of my favorite dynasties. Actually, it is my favorite dynasty because of the fact that the characters in this dynasty is very unique. They're all fleshed out and they're not actually portrayed as heroes. Basically, they're portrayed as neutral. Even though all of them have good qualities. Until near the end of the book, after Sun Quan bites the dust. Then afterwards you wonder what happened to all the Wu soldiers. After all, by the end of the book, some of the good ones are probably gone.
So, brother, remind me again why we have to get involved in this war.
If we don't fight, the war will spread to our lands. To keep our people safe, we have to destroy the conflict at its root!
But there's more to it than that! We're helping out the Imperial Army here. And the palace will soon realize just what we can do. Isn't that right, Father?
I have no need for glory. All I wish to do is stamp out the sparks of conflict. Nothing more.
Alright, this battle obviously is the easy one.
The Yellow Turbans stand
Of course,
we must begin by
it's
cutting them
pretty much
down.
Dynasty Warriors tradition that you have to face the Yellow Turbans.
Company halt!
At least you're not fighting the Red Mountain Bandits like you did in Dynasty Warriors 4, because that was the first battle that most of the Sun family had to fight. Yes, Sun Quan was in Dynasty Warriors. No, actually, it was in Dynasty Warriors 4. But yeah, he still had to fight the Red Mountain Bandits. And I find this weird that Zhang Jiao has that horse. You'll see later on in other playthroughs that that horse is gone. Which is further proof that you're not allowed to have guardian animals during the actual story mode. So all you basically have to do is hack up the rabble-rousers, no problem.
Fear the tiger of Jiangdong.
However, this version of the next part of the Yellow Turban Rebellion comes with a twist.
During the later Han period, the signs of impending rebellion were everywhere. Corruption within the imperial court had thrown the land into chaos and caused the people to suffer greatly. In this time of uncertainty, the people found themselves yearning for change. Zhang Jiao, the leader of a religious sect known as the Way of Peace, fanned the flames of rebellion and formed an army. This uprising would later come to be known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The threat of the Yellow Turbans loomed like a dark cloud over the Han. Sensing their impending doom, the imperial court raised the call for troops across the land. Among those who answered, there was one man who lamented the chaos with a heavy heart. His name was Sun Jian, the man known as the Tiger of Jiangdong. Together with his family, he dedicated himself to driving back the tides of war. For he prayed that an era of peace could be born of this time of chaos.
Alright, as with the other three dynasties, you might want to talk to people. Even though it's also an achievement, and we all know how meaningful those are unless you're an achievement whore. They're actually helpful if you want to actually 100% Scholar, which will give you a very decent set of swords known as the Silver Swallow. Although the soldiers may say meaningless stuff, some soldiers may say the funniest things. So you gotta keep a good ear.
Father, let's get moving. I don't want to fall behind.
Man, he's really anxious to fight, isn't he?
Lord Sun Ce has energy to burn.
The future of Wu is bright with him at the helm.
If you only knew.
Hey, country boy. Go
Oh,
back to
great,
your
it's
farm
these
before you get
guys.
yourself killed, huh?
Well, you'll probably have a run-in with
Outing,
the
huh?
peasants,
How nice for you all.
like in Shu's playthrough, or
What do you want?
with the Imperial Army,
Deal with the Yellow
who is a
Turbans.
bunch of dicks, as you see here.
We should have started training earlier.
Simply put,
Not that it's your fault or anything.
I might as well get this out of the way. I probably will say it in the other playthroughs, but
I'm so sick of
what
this
we're going through is all the faults
I'd like to
of
take
the
this spear
10
and
eunuchs.
Really give it to him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And that one peasant just wants to run a spear through one of those Imperial soldiers.
Come on, you lily-livered
I don't
cowards.
blame him.
Make yourselves useful for once.
All the conversations we have. Also, you want to use this time,
And you'll see the fear in his eyes.
although you could do this in battle, you want to use this time to switch out your weapons, provided you have them.
A most impressive display of skill.
Keep in mind that you also have to buy weapons too, so whatever money you had from the previous mission, you can use to buy some weapons, and hopefully you end up with Seal Master.
Arrogant buffoons. It's no wonder they face rebellions all the time.
Now, that was a funny statement right there.
I wonder how my family's doing without me.
No one cares about your family.
My daughter spends her whole time trying to be like Lady Zhang Jiao. I'm really worried.
No, you shouldn't be worried. Because at least if somebody breaks into your house, at least you know you have somebody who wears the pants in the family. Speaking of
What is it,
which,
Father?
Nothing. I was just hoping that we don't come across any trouble.
Father?
so yes, by this time you'll also have...
It's time we got going.
Yeah, that's right. By this time, you'll end up having your starting weapon, which will have Seal Master. So, you want to get that first before you get any new weapons. Just thought I'd point that out to you. Now, for this battle, it's pretty much going to be the same for Wei and Shu, because those two will also have a run-in with the Yellow Turbans. Yes, you will definitely cross paths. A lot. But for Wu, there's a certain twist to this. As a matter of fact, the moment you slay all the vanguards here for the Yellow Turban, something different happens. And I think this is only for the Wu that it happens, because Wei doesn't have it and neither does Shu. Well, that guy's done for. So now, a village should appear. Right about now. That's the only difference. You could detour to get that village before you even start up to getting to Zhang Jiao, where his brothers Zhang Bao and Zhang Liang will unleash the elements on you. By elements, I mean wind and falling rocks, sorry. Okay, have you seen Sun Jian? He is not scrawny. Sun Shang. Okay, no, she's not scrawny either. She has a little bit of muscle tone on her, too. I gotta say, though, they have attention to details to the models. However, the rock still looks like, well, jawbreakers. Papier-mâché jawbreakers. And oh god, I don't want to be hit by a rock. That would be embarrassing. Oh yeah, by the way, if you stayed in that... Ow. I got hit by a rock, didn't I? Give me the... Oh! I just want my MacGuffin! So what, you're gonna be hit by boulders too? Jesus Christ. That was not intentional, people, by the way. But like I said, this game definitely does have a lot of attention to detail. There are even some characters that have some aspects that they didn't have in the previous games. Like for instance, Zhang Jiao's awesome cape. And later characters will have other traits, like for instance, Gan Ning's bells. Yes, Gan Ning never had bells in the previous 6 Dynasty Warriors, but in this game he does. And when we come across him, you will see him. It's kinda hard not to miss him, considering he jingles every time he walks. But if there's one other noted feature that's added here, they also added jiggle physics to most of the female characters. So characters like Xing Sai, Sun Shang, yes, she too has jiggle physics. I'm not trying to be perverted, it's true. And also, characters like Lian Shi, definitely to a high degree. Oh, and watch this here. Finicky jump, ladies and gentlemen. This was this probably would be no problem in other playthroughs, but this particular jump is really finicky sometimes. But yeah, they added jiggle physics to most of the female characters. Most of them, because I don't see them in the Cow Sisters. I'm not trying to be mean. I promise you. But between physics and articles of clothing flying and hair flying in the wind, most of the game's detail is great, even though it's somewhat pop-up. And I forgot to talk about the mission. Quite frankly, it's the same thing with Shu and Wei. I am facing Wu. Ugh. Why could I get Wu and Wei confused? Wu is red, Wei is blue. But anyway, it's almost like Wei and Shu, if it wasn't for the fact I have to save that village. Quite frankly, all you had to do was just follow the path to sneak up on Zhang. I think it was Zhang Liao. No, not Zhang Liao, it was Zhang Liang. Because Zhang Bao was the one who controlled the rocks. So all you had to do was sneak up on him, and you pretty much got an ambush. So now, let's deal with the stragglers that keep on coming out of nowhere. You said that earlier when I got hit by rocks. And now it's time for the big man himself.
The horn has already burned out. Fools who would defy heaven's will, feel its fiery fury.
I am not frightened of a little fire.
Alright, same as the other times that you fought Zhang Jiao. Just take out the pots, and that'll keep the fire pillars from trying to kill you. Because believe it or not, the fire pillars, sorry. I'm not trying to say pillows, but fire pillars are hurt more than what Zhang Jiao can possibly do. It would be really foolish to try to fight Zhang Jiao, and those pillars are coming out of nowhere. Well, he's done.
You hide your fangs well, tiger. But what do you desire?
I defeated you because you brought conflict to the land. That is all.
Simple and animalistic. You really are a tiger. But those fangs will draw more enemies.
Father? What is it?
It's nothing. Come, let's go home.
Was the dream of the tiger one that could remain only in the realm of fancy? The might of Sun Jian helped bring an end to the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The fame and prestige earned by the Tiger of Jiangdong managed to surprise even the imperial court. Meanwhile, the Han imperial court lost the last vestiges of its authority and influence. This led to an air of uncertainty, which in turn brought on more chaos. Then, in Liang province, Bianzhong and Han Sui rose up in a large-scale rebellion. Tasked with putting down the rebels was the feared warlord Dong Zhuo. However, he proceeded too cautiously out of concern for his own personal safety, thereby leading to heavy casualties of his men. Troubled by this turn of events, the imperial court ordered Sun Jian to go and assist Dong Zhuo. Accompanied by his brave yet brash young son Sun Ce, Sun Jian headed for Liang to face the enemy. The arrival of a land where his family and friends could live in peace and harmony. Was the dream of the tiger destined to remain only in the realm of fancy?
And something else different. Now we're having to deal with the conflict in Liang province, and we'll be dealing with that in part 2. And putting up with this fat ass's ignorance as well. This is RVMan 985. See you guys at part 2 as we get an earful of bullshit from Dong Zhuo. Take care of yourselves and have a great day.